Hey guys, I'm Mr. Navarro, Director of Bands here at wonderful Scambia High School. It's good to be a Gator. This is our chaperone training. You'll need your volunteer form, which are around the corner in the document holder, and an affidavit of good moral character, which is basically, I think, maybe a level 1 clearance with the county and state. Arrive at the band hall at the same time as your child. So typically it's going to be about 5:30, 5 or 4:30 for game days. But whatever event is, just report with them. You'll park in the Flaxman lot, which is on the other side of the school. So this is 65th, and then this is the school, so just on the other way. Wear orange shirt with our band logo. We have that in stock. So that'll be a shirt that's going to be issued to you. Pick up name badge and sign in. Get a list of cell phone numbers. Parents in orange shirts will congregate right outside the band room doors. Chaperones come prepared to work and not watch the event as much as you like to watch your kid. You know, if you do want to watch your kid or whatever, maybe come to an event where that's going to be your primary focus. But we do need help watching the students. You will get a chance to kind of expose yourself to the performances or whatever the student, what kind of hijinks or fun the kids are doing, but you know, be aware of your main focuses. Here you're just to watch the game and contest, buy a ticket, and if you're there, if you just want to watch, just buy a ticket in the stands. No one but on duty chaperones allowed. Don't bring children or relatives. So your main focus during the event is the band students. So if you do have a young one or someone you need to watch or another relative, they might need to find someplace else to be at that time. No one may remain in this building. Don't just show up. You'll be notified in advance if you're a chaperone. You are acting as an agent of Escambia County Public Schools. Uphold all district and band policies, whether you agree with them or not, which does include COVID protocols and face masks, although that's been a number of years since that's been sort of in order. No smoking, foul language, or alcohol. I've had parents that are just smoking in front of the kids just around the corner, and I think that's just insane or whatever. I've never had problems with parents being just straight up drinking or being drunk, but you know, you never know. Obviously that's not allowed. Do not lay hands on a student without their permission. Don't engage belligerent civilians, protect our kids, and contact the law. No perks for your own child. So, you know, one thing I've experienced is maybe a chaperone or a parent who will come to a game and then hand their kid food, that would be considered like a perk, or like, hey, here's a hot chocolate. If you do that, better be prepared to get all of our kids hot chocolates or all of them foods, because if that's the case, then we're good with that. If you want to buy the kids all candy, that's fine with me. Chaperones sign up for a specific band section. Line up with them, you know, so it could be trumpets or flutes or drumline, color guard, any section that you're assigned to. Line up to them in the lot. You're going to be with them at all times. Medical restroom, get seat cushions ready and water set up. Pre-game show, yeah, the ladders are the drum majors use for the pre-game conducting, right on the front of the field, but you know, spread out from the 50, and I also get up there, so I will need that. During the game, check water levels. Yeah, keep an eye on our kids because they'll get excited and they don't know how much water they drink. They really don't keep up with how thirsty they are or if they ate that day. They sort of just, I think kids are a little bit different than when we grew up. I think, maybe I was like that, but we just gotta constantly watch them. There are students who do have medical needs that if their blood sugar drops, they'll kind of look kind of dazed and confused. So just keep an eye on them. or else they could have something else going on with them, which we also need to keep an eye on them for that too. Monitor student for heat injuries. Yeah, so just keep an eye on if they're going to look all hazy. If they just kind of look like they're getting kind of out of it, that's when we got to be careful. Yeah, so and a lot of that nowadays is that they're really not, like even now today, a lot of the kids, they just straight up say, I don't eat lunch. I don't eat lunch. And they're really not drinking water too, so the way they act is definitely a precursor to heat stuff. Keep students away from fences, and that has to do with socializing. With the way the band's set up is we are sort of separated on all three sides. So if I'm a kid, there's a section that's the student or visitor section here, or a home section. Anybody can sit there, and to our right section, anybody can sit. And if you're a tuba, people are like really on them. Like the tuba is here, and people are like here. So we really want to keep them engaged in the game and not what could be happening around them. So hopefully we don't have issues with people on the other side of the fence, but if it's our students, we can at least tell them, hey, focus on the game. Students have a dot under their feet, so they have assigned spots. So if they're like traveling far, they really don't need to be doing that. That one's sort of easy to do. Keep all others out of the band area. So anybody without an official orange shirt and they're not registered to Chaperone, we need to keep an eye on that. Okay, so they should have an orange shirt and a badge. So if they just have an orange shirt and they're stranger danger, like people, they shouldn't just be around. There's probably going to be a time where people might be try to come talk to me or try to talk to somebody else, just get my attention, or one of the other directors. We'll go up there. Coaches, admin, game officials, and team managers may pass. Yeah, so if they look like they're important, obviously let them in. No student cell phones visible in the stadium. Tell them once, maybe tell them twice. If not, come get me. If they don't listen, make sure you know who that student is, or take a photo, or just say, hey, what's your name, or really know who they are. You'll be assigned that section. Heat injuries, confusion, anxiety, or loss of consciousness. So without heat injuries, students can have confusion and anxiety. So we got to look out for if they are daisy and all that. Very rapid or dramatic slowdown of heartbeat. Drenching sweats accompanied by cold, clammy skin. They'll look like when you look like really sick, you're just not that visible, like the life to yourself. So we need to keep an eye on them. A marked decrease in sweating accompanied by hot, flushed, dry skin, which may indicate heat stroke, cramps, or convulsions. If this is at a game, we need to alert the paramedics if you feel like we can't salvage that situation. For me, when I've had heat stroke, you get ice, you get ice packs. When I had heat problems, like hiking in Colorado, it was hot. It was sweaty. I felt anxious, even though I knew what was happening. I knew. So put ice packs under my armpits. We would what I would do is put cold water on their head and their neck and their ears, just to be ready for that. It'll help them feel better over time. I think they don't get fixed right away, but it'll let them feel better. Cramps too. Oh, I think people don't know about that. If they get cramps and they're sweating a lot, they're just not educated. So if they alert you to that, we've got to let them know. Bathroom, students go before we arrive. They do get to use it during the game. We need to keep an eye on a whole legion of people don't need to go. No side trips to the concession stands or friends. They're going to want to talk. They just got to keep it moving, go to the bathroom, come back. No one leaves the band section while the game is in progress. The kids are working, they need to be in a spot. It can be it gets messy when they're say, hey, I'm gonna go spend time with grandma. Well, grandma can wait. She can come to chaperone training and she can be here. Halftime procedures: pick up trash after students leave, keep band seating area secure. No strangers just walking in, they see, oh, there's free seats. That's the band section. Sometimes the visiting band parent, if they can't find a seat, they're more than welcome to sit with us. Don't distract students. Medical restrooms stay close by in case we need assistance. All chaperones will move and help place ladders, speakers, and props. So if you're chaperoning, you do have other duties that include moving a ladder. It could be a speaker. It could be pushing the audio cart, or there's props, which can be heavy and bulky sometimes. So just be ready for anything, really. Back in the stands, clear area before band arrives, so no weirdos up in there, I would say. Set up sodas to pass out, so it seems like we have coolers down there and students can kind of pick one. Sodas after the bands are seated. Keep an eye out for overheated students. The cushions, we got to take care of them and wipe them down. Chaperones stay with section for stadium cleanup. So because the band we're in charge of the concession stand, so really we're also in charge. We are also the custodians because we are helping people make a mess, which they don't. So the students will do their part and help clean the stadium as best as we can. Plus, there's really the custodians have zero time to clean up after us, which I'm glad we're doing that. No food or visitors in the band building. So chaperones, once you clear out and your badge is gone, we try to clear this band room as ASAP. Otherwise, the kids they stay here. And leave the lids off the coolers. We do have people to assist with reminders of that. Away games take role as students board. No switching buses at all, because then it gets all messy and mixed up. Report absences to the head chaperone. Student personal electronics at own risk. No standing while bus is in motion. Seatbelts. Okay, so I'm going to does this say anything about vaping? Absolutely no vaping or smoking. The kids, they like to vape. The most important thing is chaperones on the bus, one in the front and one in the back. If there's only two chaperones on the bus, we need one in the back for sure, and then one towards the middle area. So don't just have chaperones sit in the front, because the kids in the back could be vaping. Guys and girls separate after when it's dark. So we need to make sure they're calling rides for announcement, wherever we're at. So if we're in Crestview, the 20-minute mark, wherever we're crossing the bridge or whatever. All right, check under seats for lost items. They do that. Any trash, the section leaders also do assist with that. Check seatbelt buckles, sign bus driver timesheet. Sometimes they just hand it to me and I'll do it, or whoever. Two chaperones stay until the last child is picked up. That also protects your band director from being alone with any child, or he said, she said, or Miss McLeod also be here, but it also helps if parents are here. Keep away other students, and only two adults with student move out of sight of band if possible, if someone throws up. If a kid passes out, just call 911. Student behavior. Okay, so I'm on the parent side. If they're chaperoning, they are not here to deal with no child attitudes. I will make sure that child is addressed if a student gives somebody an attitude. So, yeah, you're good. So basically, you'll know the rules. No cussing, no vaping, definitely no cussing. That's my pet peeve for this year, is just no cussing. If they're shouting F-bombs and S-bombs, tell them to stop. If they don't, let me know and I'll take care of it. Make sure you get their name. Make sure you get who they are. And I will back up the parents as long as it's fair. Don't be like getting up in their face and stuff though. You're part of our image, so a good reputation and respect. Basically, treat the students fairly, but be firm. If you need them to do something, just ask them. I will make sure to back you up, parents. If you have problems with any kids, if you have problems with the kids, I also have problems with the kids, especially if they just give you a snappy attitude. That's bad. Yeah, and any chaperones, parents, I consider you parents as being band members too. You're in the band, your students in the band, you're in the band. So, I respect you guys. Well, I value y'all's willing to give back to us. So, very thankful for any parent volunteers we have, and we're glad to have any help that we can get.